What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Brooklyn Nets, and with everything that's going on over there with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, I decided not to do one individual trade video like sending Kevin Durant to Boston or sending Kyrie to the Lakers or anything like that. I've just decided to completely blow it up. So we're going to just go in there, ship everyone off to a different team, whatever it might be. And then we're just going to go ahead from there and see if we can rebuild this team essentially from scratch, but also with some decent pieces for those players. So let's hop right on into it. So for today's video, we are in 2K22 Next Gen, and it took me a while, but I managed to find a half decent updated scenario because for whatever reason, the geniuses over there decided to take out Start Today in the new game. So hopefully we can get that back in 23. But you can see the updated roster here. Every other team, from what I can tell, is updated too. Now, the only issue is I wanted this to start in the off season. It hasn't. It started a few games into the regular season. So you can see up in the top right-hand corner, we are the 3 seed behind the 76ers and the Bucks. 3-1, but we're just going to pretend we're still relatively, well, pretty much fresh into the season, only been a week. So just act like these games haven't happened yet and we're in the off season. So we're going to go ahead and start trading these guys. So as you can see here, that is everyone on the roster. If we go into Trade Finder, we're going to start from the top with the big dog. We'll go with Kevin Durant first, then we'll move Kyrie Irving. And I think just for the sake of it, I'm going to move Ben Simmons because say these guys do leave, Simmons apparently already set out the playoffs when they were trying to contact him in the group chat. So I think we'll move Simmons too and just have some fun with it. We might even move Joe Harris and just really blow it up and go from there. So first trade offer here from the Boston Celtics actually does include Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. Now we might override this trade just because I think the value we would get for Kevin wouldn't be matched in the 2K Trade Finder, or even if I tried to construct my own trade, especially after what Gobert went for. So just keep that in mind. So trade 2 is the Pelicans, another rumored one. So these are actually kind of realistic. Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam also rumored at one stage, but they didn't want to give up Scotty. So that is an option too. And definitely not going to accept that. So you can see there Rudy is on the Wolves, but obviously that's just gone down. So let me just have a think and I will be back with you guys in 1 second. Alrighty, so I've come up with something like this. We're going to do Kevin Durant and Edmund Sumner just as a bit of filler for Brandon Ingram, Dyson Daniels, and Jose Alvarado, along with that 23 Lakers pick, 24 Bucks pick, and their own pick in 2025. Now, I didn't want to go too crazy over the top. I understand we're getting Brandon Ingram, Dyson Daniels. I don't mind if this isn't completely realistic because I do want some guys I can get excited about. Pause on that. But I think definitely Brandon Ingram is if we have to get rid of Kevin Durant, is a great option to replace him. Dyson Daniels, someone we can look forward to in his development, and Jose Alvarado just as a bit of an upgrade of a backup point guard over Patty Mills, who's overall in this game has fallen off a lot. And then the 3 first-round picks just as, you know, draft compensation, obviously, because Rudy Gobert went for so many picks. So I feel like that kind of jacked up the price a little bit on Kevin Durant. But that's definitely something I can get excited about. So we are going to go ahead and make our first trade of the video. We will go ahead and override that. Alrighty, so the next domino to fall is going to be Kyrie Irving. So I don't know, the Clippers obviously aren't getting rid of their 2 and 3 best players on the roster. We're not going to do that trade. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The Knicks, obviously not for, I mean, maybe they would do that for RJ. I don't know. I feel like Knicks fans would probably say no, but that includes Ben too. The Nuggets, so they would put Kyrie next to Jokic. I like that a lot. And then we would get Michael Porter Jr. too. Obviously, in real life, that value is not quite there. However, you can see in 2K that his value has diminished a lot. He's an 82 overall, but I don't fully understand how that contract makes sense for us. I think I would have to include some other salary, but I might see if I can just do Kyrie for Jamal, another player. I wouldn't mind sending him to LA. Obviously, I'm a Laker fan. I want that to happen in real life, but if we can do something with the Lakers, I would not be opposed to that. So the Pelicans, we already gave them Kevin Durant. That wouldn't make sense to send them both there. Oh, maybe. Kevin says I want him to come with me, but realistically, that's not going to happen. So the Wizards, Kyrie next to Beal. It's just another John Wall, Bradley Beal scenario. Do we need a center? I mean, we kind of do. I wouldn't hate Porzingis. And then we could either keep Ben as our point guard or move him for another point guard. That's interesting. And we also get Kyle Kuzma on the Nets, where maybe he should have been drafted. I'll have a look at a few more options and I will be back. So we are going to do this trade here. So the main moving parts, Jamal Murray for Kyrie Irving, roster filler just to include another player, and they initially offered us Michael Porter Jr. That's obviously not realistic, so I wanted to take Zeke Nnaji instead to give us a good quality big. They didn't have any first round picks, so I took a couple of seconds. Now in real life this might be too much for Kyrie, I don't know. But in 2K, injuries are rough. He's going to play every game. You got Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. and Kyrie. That makes you a contender more than you already are in real life. And we're going to go ahead and accept that trade. So now I think I will keep Ben Simmons just for this season and see how we go. So this is our new big three. Obviously not as good talent-wise, but the idea was to move as many pieces as we can. And then I think in the offseason, I might look into a Ben Simmons and Joe Harris trade. So from there, we're just going to check our system proficiency. So they are starting Jamal Murray, Cam Thomas, Brandon Ingram, Ben Simmons, and Nicholas Claxton. Then off the bench, we have TJ Warren, Zeke Nnaji, Jose Alvarado, and Seth Curry. We obviously want Dyson Daniels to get some minutes, so we will run a 10-man rotation. And as well as clearing out the team, we will go ahead and fire Steve Nash, as well as potentially some other front office guys. Yeah, sure, I would give Dave Yorger a contract if he wanted to come here. So he's got B offense, B defense. I'm cool with that. So we will go ahead, rock with him as our head coach. We won't worry about any of the other positions for now. System proficiency, post-centric, we definitely do not want to run that. So balanced is 3.5 stars. We will go ahead and change it to that. So let's go ahead and simulate and see how we do this season. We were technically the 3 seed. I imagine we're going to drop. If we get any trade offers for Joe Harris or Ben Simmons, I might have a look at them. All right, so here we are at the end of the season. Luka Doncic wins your MVP. We actually finished as the 6th seed, which isn't the worst, isn't the best. We were the 3 seed at the start of the season, technically. We dropped as low as 8 or 9 and then went back up as high as 3. So we're around the middle there, which all things considered isn't that terrible. So Rookie of the Year goes to Chet, 6th man goes to Drummond, Kawhi is your Defensive Player of the Year, happy to see that. Tyrese wins Most Improved, and Jason Kidd wins Coach of the Year. So we're going to go ahead and advance. So we got Luka there, Trae Young, Giannis, Zion, Jokic is on first team. Second team, you've got these guys, no one we really care about, Harden, Curry. Simmons actually gets All-NBA third team. Let's go, dude. That's Sim God Simmons. So about 14, 7.5, 8.5, 60%, 50% from threes, wild. But okay, so he only attempted 4 threes. But hey, he hit 50% of them. And then first team on defense, no one there. I'm surprised Ben doesn't make it, but that is okay. And then all rookie first team. I think technically we should have no Dyson Daniels there. Okay, I guess not. Alrighty, so moving forward, I just wanted to see, so you can see the Nuggets there are the 8th seed, so they may be underperformed. The Pelicans, however, were the 4th seed. That's with Kevin Durant. So let's just go ahead and check the standings. So you can see us there with 44 wins. We were good for the 6th seed, and then if we go all the way down, so there's the Pelicans with 47 wins. Alright, so we can see here the Nuggets. So Kyrie on that team put up 23, 3, and 6 on 50, 40, 90 splits. Exactly what they were hoping for, next to Nikola Jokic, and then Michael Porter Jr. had 15-6 on very good efficiency too, except from the free throw line, and then Jokic himself put up MVP caliber numbers. So if we go over to the Pelicans, they had Kevin Durant put up 23. Okay, so his points went down. That's to be expected when you're playing next to Zion, puts up 28 in the sim. So that's fine. On our end, if we go into game plan, so you can see Jamal Murray gave us 15, about 5.5, 48. So good efficiency. I'd maybe like him to shoot it a little bit more. I might have to look at his tendencies. Cam Thomas actually puts up about 19 on really good efficiency. He struggled from 3 at the start of the season, so I'm glad to see that went up. And then you have Brandon Ingram giving us about 20 on great efficiency. We saw Ben's numbers. And then TJ Warren, the rest of the guys down here. So the only other thing I would like to see, Dyson Daniels was not playing. We changed coaches. That's why I totally forgot about that. He was not in the 9-man rotation. But when he did play, he played really well. Zeke Nnaji was good too. So we might leave it as is for the playoffs. We'll just see what 2K wants to come up with. 39 there, 33 there, 34. So we'll go start simulating, see how that goes. If we need to make changes, we will simulate the play-in. So in round 1, we are going to be going against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they should have a similar team to what they currently do in real life. Yep. So if we go ahead and simulate game 1, we actually win. So led behind Brandon Ingram, Cam Thomas, and Ben Simmons. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we win. Are we going to sweep them? Don't do it to me. And we sweep them. Okay, so we actually have the 7-seeded Sixers. So arguably the better of those two teams, I guess you could say. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the East this year. But we have James Harden going up against Jamal Murray, Tyrese Maxey going up against Cameron Thomas, and Matisse Thybulle guarding Brandon Ingram. Ben Simmons against Tobias Harris. True, I did not even mention that. Ben going against his former team, and Day'Ron Sharpe going against Joel Embiid, which scares me a little bit. So we might have to address our center position if we do look into a Ben Simmons trade this year, because we have Zeke Nnaji now, who I trust at the 4. So we'll see what happens there. Game 1, we lose. Harden gives us the business, so does Embiid. So I imagine we're going to lose this series. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually simulate the round. And yeah, we lose in 6. So we'll go ahead, see who wins it all. And it is Philly. So we lose to the eventual champions. I'm cool with that. Does anyone retire? No one on our team that I can see. PJ Tucker retires, so that's fine. We will go into the draft lottery because we do have, I believe... Was it the... Yeah, the Lakers pick. Duh, it's right in front of me. So that's odds to be number 1. Can it stay at 1? Of course not. It drops all the way to 5. Fantastic. So I might actually try to include that in a trade. See what we can do. Maybe move Ben. You know, too much drama. We want to get rid of the rest of it. Cut the head off like we did with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So Joe Tsai would probably be a happy camper if he was able to just have... What did he say? He would rather have a fun 40-win team than what he's got right now or something rather. So we'll go ahead. I'll just fill out the coaches and then I'll be back with you. All right, so here we are at our picks. So Scoot goes number 1. Victor goes 2. That would have been awesome to get. Dariq Whitehead and Jarace Walker goes 4. So is there anyone left on the board I'm excited about? Derek Lively could be our new center. Amari Bailey's still there. We could use an upgraded shooting guard over Cam Thomas. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and do this trade. So it's Simmons and Harris for Bam Adebayo and Nikola Jovic. So Miami might want to shake things up. We also give them our 17th pick. We get to keep the 5th pick. So I think I'll do this, have Zeke Nnaji at the 4, and then we will go ahead and draft Amari as our new starting shooting guard. Let's go ahead and take him. We have another pick here in the 2nd round. So MJ Rice has fallen, Josian Gortman, Caleb Love. Is there any Harrison Ingram? Have both the Ingrams on the team. So I think we will go ahead and take MJ Rice, best guy available. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to take Jordan Walsh. I've had him before in simulations. He turns out to be quite all right. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we have one more pick. That's fine. I don't care about that. So we'll go ahead and see. So what is Amari Bailey is a 76 overall. So Amari Bailey, we will pick up Jordan Walsh and we might as well pick up Vincent. Oh, how do I don't even want to attempt that, do I? Iwuchukwu. That was disgusting. I don't know, man. But he's an 18-year-old center, so we'll definitely take that. Team player options, Cam Thomas, Jose Alvarado. Pick up the option on all of these guys. I mean, I guess they did pay Royce O'Neal, so we might as well do that. Kessler Edwards, one of our draft picks, not ready to give up on him yet. So going into free agency, our team is now Jamal Murray, Jose Alvarado, Dyson Daniels. We have a lot of point guards. Cam Thomas, Amari Bailey. And then we have Brandon Ingram, Royce O'Neal, Jovic, Zeke Nnaji, Bam Adebayo, Nicholas Claxton. So we have a ton of depth. Now, if we are able to also get a better power forward upgrade, if we throw in a few of these guys, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but we'll just see what we can do. So in terms of free agency, we have Seth Curry. He only wants about $4 million, so I'd bring him back on a 2-year deal worth about $4 million annually. We can go ahead and sign him. So we actually lose TJ Warren, which is fine. So we're actually going to go ahead and just go straight to player progression. Couldn't find anyone else I was really interested in. So we can see a lot of progression. Brandon Ingram, Bam Adebayo, Jamal Murray, Cam Thomas, everyone seems to be going up. So that is good news. Only Seth Curry and Patty Mills decline. So that's fine. We're going to go straight into next season. Alrighty, so going into the season, our rotation is going to be fairly similar. So Jamal Murray, Cam Thomas, Brandon Ingram, Zeke Nnaji, and Bam is actually our new starting center. Off the bench, we have Claxton, Daniels, Jose Alvarado, Day'Ron Sharpe, and Jovic is the 10th man in the rotation. So you can see we have a ton of depth. I think another trade's definitely coming in, and I think it will be for a starting power forward or shooting guard. We'll see what their stats are looking like, and we'll see who's selling about, well, towards the trade deadline. So I will be back with you guys shortly. System proficiency is now up to 4-star balanced. Love to see it. So I will see you guys in a minute. Alrighty, so we are at the trade deadline. We are the 10 seed, which kind of sucks. And from what I can tell, the biggest hole is definitely that starting power forward position. But I'm just going to go ahead and see which teams are selling. I have a guy in mind. I wanted that power forward, starting power forward spot. So hopefully we have the pieces to go ahead and get one more star player to help us out. So I will go and have a look and let you know what I find. So only 2 selling teams with players I was really interested in. Anthony Davis being number 1 and Jeremy Grant being number 2. Obviously, we're going to go all in for AD. And then if we can't do that, we might try and pick up Jeremy Grant. So I'll just go ahead and see if I can make it happen. Alright, so I've reworked it a little bit. We might have to give them Nikola Jovic. Not Nikola Jovic, sorry. Amari Bailey instead. And then I've also included this Bucks pick and this Rockets pick. So let's see what they say to that. You're asking me to give away, so they still say no. If we give them one more first round pick from the Pelicans, they still say no. Okay, so what about this 76ers first round pick? That's probably no more valuable. Do I have one more player I am willing to throw in? So I will do Kessler Edwards. He doesn't have that much value. How much value does Jordan Walsh have? 2 stars, about the same. So Jose Alvarado has 2.5. Will they accept him? I don't want to do Dyson Daniels in this trade as well, so they still say no. Okay, I really want Anthony Davis, so I'm going to keep trying, and I will be back in a second. We're going to try it again with Claxton, Bailey, Daniels, and 3 picks. That's a lot. I mean, it is Anthony Davis. Other teams gave us a lot for our stars, so let's see what they say to this. And they agree. So that might have been an overpay, but we do have Anthony Davis now on the roster, so we will go ahead and make him a full-time power forward where he goes down for whatever reason, even though that is his natural position. Bam can be a backup, and then AD can be a backup center. Now here's 30, which scares me a little bit, but if we go into here, so now we have Jamal Murray, Cam Thomas, Brandon Ingram. Off the bench, Zeke Nnaji, Jose Alvarado, Day'Ron Sharpe, and Nikola Jovic. Seth Curry still getting some minutes. We can probably stop that. So we'll go ahead, see how we finish the season. Hopefully better than we were, 4.5-star balanced, and hopefully I don't regret that trade. So I will see you guys in a little while. So we just went ahead and re-signed Jose Alvarado. Part of me is stupid. AD isn't expiring and he's going to test for agency, so I'm just hoping we can bring him back. We do have bird rights. Those guys still have 2 years left. So we'll go ahead. We haven't been doing too well, so we'll see how we finish up. So we went on a little run there at the end. We finished as the 5 seed. Jokic wins MVP. That's great. Victor's there. Markel, Giannis, Edwards, Willie Green. Alright, I don't really care too much about that unless it involves any of our guys. The Ben makes another All-NBA team on the Heat. And then we don't have anyone there that I can see. All the Lakers picks apparently on all rookie second team. So let's go ahead and just go straight to the playoffs. We're going to simulate the play-in. So we were the 5 seed going against Boston, another rematch. So if we go over to our team, Jamal has 17. I need to change the shot tendency, I keep forgetting. So about 17, 5.5, 50, 40, 84 splits. That's awesome. Cam Thomas, 19 points on 32 from 3. Fell off a little bit. Brandon Ingram, 22 points on good efficiency. Anthony Davis gave us 18, 9, 2 blocks. Solid stuff there. And Bam, 14, 1 and 1. Zeke Nnaji off the bench. Jose Alvarado. Nikola Jovic, so I'm glad we actually got to keep him at least. And Day'Ron Sharpe, who we also kept. So for the playoffs, I'm just going to go ahead and play the Stars a ton of minutes because we would like to get a little bit further than last year. Hopefully make a conference finals at least. So we'll go about 34 to Bam, 39 to AD's cool, 35 there, 37 or 38 to Jamal. We'll actually go 40 to AD. And then, oh, Brandon Ingram needs more minutes too, so we'll actually drop off a couple there and go 38 to Brandon Ingram. Alrighty, so system proficiency, I'm assuming didn't go up. Nope. So let's just go ahead, see how we go. I don't want to waste too much time. So Marcus Smart, Josh Hart, Jaylen Brown, who we could have had, Jason Tatum and Robert Williams. That is a really good team. Really good team. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see how we go. We're going to simulate the round. 4-2. I thought we were going to lose that series for sure. So we do actually win. Go ahead and have a look at the playoff statistics and the player stats. So Thomas led us in scoring. Oh boy, I got to change the tendencies. I won't do it now because we won that series, but it's a bit crazy. So 26 there, 22 there, 50% from the field, 20 there, 19, 11. Did anyone play really poorly? I mean, Jovic, but you know, don't expect too much out of him. So versus the one-seeded Hawks, so Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, they're both 92 overalls. That's a bit scary, 81, 85, 86. So that's another really good team. I'm just going to simulate the series and see what happens. And we lose in 6 that time. So that's fantastic. One more year, hopefully we can win it all. The Pelicans win it all this year. Zion is your finals MVP. Do they still have Kevin Durant? They do. So Kevin Durant gets a title. Good for him. And we get to move forward. Let's see, I don't see Denver. Denver did not make the playoffs, they lost in the play-in. So fantastic, we're gonna move on. Final year. So we need to re-sign AD. I'll go ahead and give him a 3-year deal because he is 31. We will give him as much money as we can. And then we will also, we'll wait a little bit on Zeke actually because he's asking for a lot of money. So Kessler Edwards, we already traded away, didn't we? I thought, can't remember, but we'll go ahead and just continue through there. Zeke Naji, I guess we're going to pay him anyway because it's the final year, but if I can get that down to like 15, that'll be awesome. So we'll go ahead and see if he takes that. And come on, Zeke, he does. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and go to play progression because we can't do much else with our roster. AD regresses, that's awesome. Brandon Ingram goes up 1, Bam stays the same, Cam Thomas goes up 3, Jamal stays the same. So maybe we don't have that like star that we need. Might see if we can do one more final trade this year if needed. Just something crazy, have fun with it. So we'll go ahead, simulate to this season, and I'll be back. Finally fixing shot tendencies. So Jamal's at a 75, he can probably go up to like an 85. Bam can go up to an 80. BI can go down to about an 88, AD at a 91. And Zeke Naji we can up to about a 60. And then Day'Ron Sharpe go down a little bit, up a little bit for Jovic, and that's fine with me. So I'll simulate a little bit. Rotation's pretty much the same. You saw everyone who's on the team, so we will go ahead and just simulate maybe before the trade deadline so we can make just a big trade and have some fun. System proficiency is still 4.5 stars, so I'll see you guys in a second. So we are going to do one more trade, final trade for the video most likely. Now for whatever reason Saddiq Bey is up to a 90 overall, and they also give us Jusuf Nurkic in this trade. We're giving them this center who's upset he hasn't played for us. Couple more picks and Brandon Ingram. So hopefully, I mean, it's a 1 overall increase, but 2K is weird. So hopefully that is enough to put us over the edge. We're only the 7th seed. Rebuilding the rotation. So Jamal Murray, Cam Thomas, Saddiq Bey, Anthony Davis, and Bam Adebayo with Nurkic, Naji, Jovic, and Sharpe off the bench. A lot of bigs, so I might have lied. One more trade for maybe a backup point guard, and then I think we're good. I do like Monte Morris a lot in this game. We're going to be swapping them Jose and Day'Ron Sharpe for him. So let's go ahead and see, are we done? So Nurkic, Naji, Monte Morris, and Jovic. I'm happy with that. Hopefully this team can do something, and I will see you guys in the playoffs. Alright, so as you can see at the top, we did finish as the 3 seed. We went on a massive winning streak. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any higher, but we're only about a handful of games behind 2 and 1. So that's fine. LaMelo wins MVP, Jalen Lewis Rookie of the Year, Andre Drummond 6th Man of the Year again. Paolo wins Most Improved, and Michael Storfer goes 62-20 with all his A+ ratings. So that's fantastic for us. So there's all NBA first team, second team, third team. So in any case, let's just go ahead and go straight to playoffs. We'll go to the right side of the bracket and let's simulate the play-in. 3 seed gun against the Detroit Pistons. So I don't remember if we took Saddiq off them. He might have been somewhere else, but Jamal gives us 18, 6, 48, 37, 90. He's been solid this video. You know, never hit that 20-point mark for us, but he's just been efficient. Cam Thomas shot well from 3, 22 points. Love that. 21 from Saddiq. So he was in Portland. 44, 40, 77. 7, and then AD gave us 17-8, about 2 blocks. Hopefully he's playing good defense. Bam, 14, 1 block, 1 steal. And then we also took Nurkic from Portland, so he was a good backup big. Could have shot better from the field, but whatever. And then Zeke Naji, Monte Morris per 36, 11, and 7.5 efficient, so that's what I traded for him for. And then Jovic was good too. So for the playoffs, I'm just going to let 2K do it. System proficiency is at 5 stars. That's amazing. So let's just go ahead and see play game. So they have Cade, Jaden Ivey, TJ Warren's there, Bagley and Siakam. So that's a really good team. Hopefully we're better. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate the playoffs and we will see what happens. And we lose in the first round. Of course we do. This game sucks. So we'll go ahead and see who wins it all. So it's the Warriors. They beat the Magic in 6. Steph Curry is your finals MVP. Alrighty, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If we've learnt anything from this video is that the Brooklyn Nets shouldn't trade Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant. Obviously that might not be a possibility, but they should hold off until they can trade them for something that they're happy with. And yeah, I mean, either way, if you're not a contender straight away, you will be set up for quite a while with all the assets you receive from them. I got a bit crazy with the trades. They don't have to do that. So that's fine. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.